So hi dear friends, this is the fifth video. I have to take out parts of the video because my story is very long and the whole public and all the people should know this story, what has happened in my life, how to what pain I have grown up, and today why I am in trouble for money and why today people are helping me. My neighbors also should know about this and the whole world, the whole public should know about this. Even Praveen Gosala and his whole family should know about this. Why I reached his house and why today I am so frustrated my money is not given. I am not cheating like Divijit Chauhan. Divijit Chauhan told a lie, did a big video that he would give us the money every month, he would take care of us, and we were like his son, but no answer of it. He just disappeared. I'm not lying. I'm facing the truth, and to face the truth is not a sin. Our priest has always taught us to face the truth, whatever it is, and whoever has hurt us, done bad to us, pray for them. Keep them in prayers. This is what our priest teaches us. We go to church for that. We don't go to church to do bad things and learn bad things. So, this is the story of my stepmother, Annette Pereira. Then afterwards, many years passed. Then just because the sisters were coming and hiding at the gates and trying to take me, she shifted her house to Monte Cruz's house, opposite where she made it now, childcare primary school. Now the school is closed because of the uh, pandemic. So we were staying there. Staying there. I grew up. Say I became about 12 to 13 years old. Later I became. I think I was 13 or 14 years old then. 13. That time Corina left. When I left Annette Pereira, when Corina left Annette Pereira's house, I think that time I was, I think, about 12 or 13 years old. 12 or 13. And that is the time she started harassing me, making me to do all the housework, beating me up, not giving me food. And a small also same thing she used to do when Corina was there. And after Corina left, that time worse than that she was doing. Beating me with iron rods, taking a kylotor, burning my hand, and all that kind of nonsense she was doing with me. So a lot I've suffered in that house. Then after the age of 14, I ran away out of the house. Somebody told me you run away, don't stay with her. That is every night she'll keep harassing you that way, and then it'll be no life for you. So I ran away, then running away. In the evening, I reached to a student's house. I didn't know it was a student whom she was teaching SSC. And I cried to the mother. I told, like this Mr. Annette Pereira is doing to me like this, not doing good to me, ill treating me. When my stepfather, Manuel Philip Pereira, comes to stop her beating me and fights with her to go and give me back from wherever she brought me, from the orphanage or wherever, she just refusing and fighting with him also. So then the student's mother told, I will keep you with me and then I will see to file a complaint about Mr. Annette Pereira. And then she kept me with her and then this student went to school, I think, presentation. So she was still teaching there, no? So she told her, what shameless lady, you brought one child from the Divine Providence Convent and you're troubling her so much. She already told my mother so much about you. So because the student's mother will file a complaint, she came fast in the evening and picked me up and begged to her, don't tell the police and sorry, I'll not this. No, she was very naughty, stupid, doing this, doing that. That's why I had to trouble her like that. That is what I was saying, and didn't allow her to file a complaint. Took me away. Then later she celebrated my birthday. My birthday day it was I left. I did not, it was my birthday, 1st February. 1st February, yeah. Then birthday everything was over. Then after slowly she was doing little nice she was doing. Then after she's telling me, if you leave the second time I will not come and see about you where you are. This time we came, but next time we will not come. She's not blaming herself that it was just because she was troubling me and they were going to file a complaint, this student's mother. She got frightened and came and took me there. She did not tell. Then doing later again she started harassing, locking me in the rooms, not allowing me to go out of the rooms. Day, night locked. Get up at 5 o'clock, throw cold water on me. Where I'm sleeping, wet everything where I'm sleeping over there. And from 5 o'clock onwards, make me to do work. Such a big bungalow she removed. Washed the terrace, washed the cars, cleaned the dogs. Then no tea, no breakfast, no nothing. So I has to beg to. I said, Mama, give me, I'm hungry. So much work you're making me to do. And so she's telling me, I'm not bothered about you. They don't want to ask about you also. Go and do your work. No food, nothing. Die with hunger. And she used to kick me now. And she used to hit me with the rose sticks, with pointy sticks, rose. She used to dry it in the sun and with a stick she used to hit me. So later I lot my stepmother troubled me. Then in the end I left the house. And how I left the house? It was a Sunday. I went on the hillside to leave the house. On the front if I had come, then some other neighbor will see and then ring her up and call her, no? Because of that I ran from the hillside. Behind the house I ran. There was a hill over there. And they were all gangsters and wrong men all men, a lot of men and gangsters were there who were killing women and taking their blood and putting for the bridge. First they used to take children's blood, now they're taking women's blood. So that man was trying to interfere with me. And there was a holy person, nice person from the church only. He was going down to go back to the church. Or the church fellow it was. He went somewhere and from there he was going down to go back to the church. So he saw that fellow interfering with me. He asked, sorry, why are you interfering with her? Leave her right now. And I will go and complain to the church about you. I arrest you right now. So because he was there and he told me, you go. I'm waiting here only. You go. This fellow won't interfere with me. You go. And I didn't wear chappals. I didn't wear anything. Without anything. Barefooted I went. I didn't take any clothes. Because tomorrow I didn't want my stepmother to make wrong complaints that I robbed things from the house. But I without telling them I ran away, no. Only because she was troubling me. She didn't show me that mother's love. Then I ran away. Then after I went to the church. This fellow was from the church. I think he's opening the gate and he's going inside. And sir, I said, I didn't know he's working there in the church. I said, sir, I want to meet father. I said, I want to tell us something, personal something that talk. So he told, no, father is not there now. Father is resting now. You come on Monday. So then I said, you say, why? What happened? No, something I want to do. I should have told him that I'm just left the house and come. And also I want to personally speak. Because my Holy Communion and everything, that church only I received. Kamalai Church it was. So in Ake, not in Ake, it is Pajipon, they said. Kamalai Church. That priest I wanted to meet. And because that priest was not dead, and I went further, for whose help I'll take now? How I'll tell now that she has troubled me like this? Where I'll go now? Then walking, I'll tell you on the coming video. On the 5th video. Friends, please, I'm sorry for telling you all. Every now and then I'm coming on the first video, second video, third video, fourth video. I have to cut the video because the mobile is not taking so much space. I'll come on the 5th video.